Hey everyone, welcome back to Ottoex, a channel where we feature some unique and rare vehicles from around the world. Today we have a particularly special rig for you guys. This is a 2017 Earthcruiser built on a 2017 Mitsubishi Fuso chassis. The Mitsubishi Fusos were sold in North America in the 4x4 form until 2018. That was the last year they were sold here. They are no longer offered here in this configuration or any configuration. Mitsubishi has since discontinued the Fuso sales in North America, unfortunately. But this vehicle was built on one of the last ones that rolled off the assembly line. And it is super special. I'm going to get into some of the details throughout the video about the truck, the camper, and why it's special and what makes it so incredible as a global overland expedition vehicle. This rig has so many special things going for it. Let's start at the front with this bull bar. This is an ECB front bull bar, custom made and fitted for these newer Fuso chassis, 2012 and up. These are made in Australia. This one has an electric winch fitted behind it. It also tilts forward to accommodate accessing the engine, because in this cab over truck you do tilt the cab forward to access the engine. Above the bull bar is an all aluminum welded guard, which is designed to protect the cab from damage from limbs and trees and other things that you might encounter on your terrain. We've got heated side view mirrors with 3-stage, a circular, wide angle, and flat glass. You sit up really high in these Fusos, giving you a very commanding and high road presence. It's quite nice. You can see everything. You can maneuver really easily. So this truck is powered by the 3.0 liter turbo diesel engine that Mitsubishi put in these trucks from 2012 and up. The Duonic transmission is a dual clutch automatic transmission, 6-speed, which powers them. Down below, super single tires, new Wild Peak all-terrains fitted to the 16-inch super singles, and in the rear we have the same configuration. 5 wheels are included with a spare on the rear. So why don't we take a look inside the cab. Door card with power windows and a cubby / ashtray. It's quite a step up into this cab. There are factory all-weather mats which are attached underneath vinyl flooring. Remember, at the bones, these are work trucks. They were built to do work, to be easily cleaned, to be long-lasting surfaces, things that don't wear out. Earthcruiser put in some really fantastic custom heated seats with an Alcantara center, leather bolsters, and their Earthcruiser emblem at the top. These are heated and cooled seats. We step up inside, we can get a closer look at the cab. So you have a very high upright seating position. You're sitting on top of the front wheels. You've got to the right of the steering wheel your 4x4 engagement switch. Your exhaust brake is on the right lever. Your left lever is turn signals and cruise control. This was the first generation of Fuso with cruise control. few additional switches to the left of the steering wheel operate some other things, including your onboard air compressor, which is in the rear compartment. You have some cab over storage cubbies, which sit above you, and a really nice custom center console, which houses expansive storage, as well as the switches for your seat heat and air. Double-din Sony head unit, featuring all the modern amenities that you would find. Touchscreen. Heat, AC, HVAC controls are all there and very simple to operate. If we look above, you will see a custom roof rack, which sits behind the running lights. You can store additional things up here. Let's take a look around the passenger side. This truck sits up quite high. However, its dimensions are quite compact at coming in under 22 feet bumper to bumper and under 10 feet in an exterior height. You can fit it almost anywhere, and you certainly won't be limited by its length going into campgrounds and national parks. And also for off-road maneuvering, it just makes it all the much easier. With a 134-inch wheelbase, that's 134 inches hub to hub on the front axle and the rear, your turning radius is better than a short bed, full-size domestic truck. Front washer fluid goes in here. Similar door card on the passenger side. Same seats as well. A little tiny lockable glove box. Bigger storage cubby. Additional USB outlets here, and a 12-volt cruise control switch. Additional cup holders here, and of course the 4 in the center console. Up top we have a rear view camera and some driving safety warnings, lane departure, and those type of things are added to this vehicle. The in-cab comfort has been vastly improved by Earthcruiser. This cab is soundproofed and insulated above and beyond what it came with from the factory. So the ride experience is quite a bit different than one of these trucks out of the box from Mitsubishi. Just behind the cab, you can see the pass-through that was added by Earthcruiser when they built this. This truck was built new by Earthcruiser, ordered from Mitsubishi, and all assembled at their facility in Bend, Oregon. In 2017, its first on-road time was 2018. We are listing this for sale on behalf of the one and only owners of the truck who have owned it since 2018. So before we go inside, I'm going to show you some of these exterior compartments. This is merely just access to behind where your composting toilet lives. This is part of your rear locker system. So this is the rear right storage locker, as well as a work surface, which is just about counter height. You have access to all of your plumbing as far as your water filtration goes, what's pulling from which tank. You have 2 tanks on board, your main tank and your sub tank, for a total of 60 gallons of fresh water, 20 in the secondary, and 40 in the main. This tank is interior. This compartment is heated by your onboard system, so this will never freeze out. You can put skis, you can put stuff in here, and it will melt down and dry out in the winter months. Drinking water faucet, as well as shower head for outside showering and water needs. Really big container, goes all the way through, straight across. Really heavy duty locks. This container is all molded fiberglass. This is a molded composite fiberglass box, 1 inch thick, insulated, and just very well made. This is a rear lower storage compartment used for storing tools, garage stuff that you know it's going to get dirty because this is exposed. There's drain holes in here, so it's not going to stay clean. So you put stuff in there that maybe you don't want to stay clean all the time. Large mud flaps across the rear. On the rear, we've got 2 max tracks, full-size spare with Earthcruiser proprietary cover. And this is on a winch and a hinge system, so it does tilt down and you can get the tire off with more ease. Fully welded rear bumper protects your body and your fiberglass from anything that you might encounter at the rear. So this is the rear left driver's side storage locker access. This one hinges upwards. You have access to, again, your main tank and your fill valve, which chooses if you want to fill tank 1 or 2, and an additional 12-volt power outlet, and your tap isolator, should you need it. And again, storage goes straight across to the other side. This is all done in heavy-duty garage floor style paint, so very impervious to wear and tear and scuffing. Below this, we have your 4th exterior storage compartment, which houses your onboard air compressor. As you can see, the tank's compressed to 130 psi. You can attach your chuck here, fill up your tires when you need to air down or air up for any on-road and off-road needs. This is your water fill and your vent for your water tank. Marine quality fittings were used. This does not feel anything like a standard built RV by any standard. So that's where you use to fill both tanks, and you select which tank it's going to go to from the inside valve. Here is access to your drains and your extended range fuel tank. This houses 62 gallons of diesel, giving you about a 550 to 750 mile range on one fill up. You fill your tank from here. Expect 9 to 12 miles per gallon in this vehicle. Weighs about 12,000 pounds wet. 9 foot, 9 inches tall on the exterior, about 21.4 feet in length on the exterior. So now, the moment you guys have been waiting for, why don't we step inside, take a look. Again, molded door. Matches the lines of the body. So stepping in, we are met with a entryway, mudroom, bathroom, shower room. Sink with a shower head that goes right up here and hooks in well above my height. Now I'm standing about 6 foot tall. And so that stays there so you can shower. Composting toilet, which was an extra option added, comes out on a motorized switch, which is right here. You get the idea. Comes all the way out to where I'm standing, and then you can have a nice view. Underneath here is your shower drain, so your shower pan effectively. That's where you stand. Everything drains out right below. Little cubby here, heater vent, some additional switches for your lights, your steps, your toilet. This is a pull-out shower curtain, so it goes across and covers this whole area for some privacy. And then you have another curtain that comes here and goes right over here, snaps over here for privacy. So this all becomes enclosed if you want it to be, which is nice. The bedroom area, full-size bed. You have these LED touch lights throughout, which have different levels of dimming. 2 optional fans built into the ceiling, and 4 marine grade speakers for extra sound system when you're back here hanging out. We've got these lovely Dometic seats windows all around. There are a total of 6 of them. So the countertop has a nice molded composite surface with a double molded sink, poly cutting board, custom made, Webasto diesel 2-burner top. Back here, custom cutting board made covering your trash bin. Now this trash bin removes. It's molded fiberglass and it's made to fit right in there. And that's actually the filter for your Webasto system, diesel filter. So easy access to change that. And there it is, paper towel holder, galley light. We've got Dometic seats, windows all around, double paned acrylic. I'll demonstrate how those work in a moment. So, galley, front dinette area with a table on a lagoon mount. So this rotates in many different configurations. Those of you who know these lagoons know that they're pretty slick. So, get the idea there. Belts for 2 have been added as an option, so you can belt 4 people. Here's an additional little storage counter space with an outlet. Pops up there, access to your 2000 watt Magnum pure sine wave inverter. Windows. This whole piece is another option that Earthcruiser offered. Big overhead storage cubbies. This is all fiberglass, composite materials, marine grade, lightweight, easy to clean, easy to manage. The interior of this thing honestly feels like a spaceship, something very futuristic, very functional, and it has a spaceship kind of feel to it, which makes it feel very industrial, heavy-duty, functional, useful. It's not, your typical cozy Class C RV with wood trim and fabric. I mean, this is meant to travel across Patagonia. It's not meant to go to you know, grandpa's campground. Although you could do either one, but I'd rather take it across Patagonia. So these windows also hinge outwards. I'll demonstrate. So you get one click. At each click, the window will hinge and stop, so you can kind of control how far open you want it to be. And then all the way up, brings it back down. We've got a built-in sunscreen, and up top there's a bug screen, which pulls down like that. Very slick. The rest of the world has had these windows for the last 3 decades. They're just now becoming a thing in North America. I'm not sure why it took us so long to catch on, but they're great. They're double paned acrylic, so you know, they're easy to insulate. They're quieter. They're lighter weight. They don't shatter. A lot of pluses there. Ahead is your control panel, control center, where you have control for all of your settings, fridge, solar. There's 250 watts of solar. There are 2 270 amp hour AGM batteries right below where I'm standing in that compartment there. So this is your solar readout of what's coming in. 13 amps, 13 volts on the battery, 1.1 amp coming in. Your Webasto systems for your hot water, your stove, your onboard heater. It's a diesel. It's all run off diesel. This truck is exclusively diesel and solar. So you're basically electric and diesel only, one fuel source, which keeps things a little bit simple for, you know, worldwide travel, that sort of stuff. More Webasto controls for your heater, stove, hot water, isotherm, fridge controls. This is your inverter charger, so turn that on. Now it's inverting, so all your outlets now are live. You can plug in. There's one up here as well, and some more various places throughout the cabin. We'll turn that off. Controls for everything. All your running lights. So water pump, tank 2 heater, gray tank heater. So your tank 2 and your gray tank are underneath. They're external, but they have heaters so they don't freeze over. Power for your toilet and the fans. Your air and water heater, which is your Webasto. The stairs, which are power. Your fridge, freezer. Your awning is power, cooktop diesel, and your spare tire for the winch back there. The fridge is a stainless steel isotherm fridge. Fantastic fridge. These models, this is 130 liter, I believe. These are great fridges. Can't speak highly enough of them. I'd put them in every one of my rigs if I could. Designed for marine use, mainly. So let's turn the fridge off. Sitting in the dinette, very comfortable. The cushions are nice. You can tell it's a high quality setup. And lots of natural light in here. This is your crawl through to your front cab. And these are belted right here. Belts here, and that one has belts. So belts for the kids, 2 more passengers, whatever you'd like, and travel with 4 folks. Behind here is essentially a lockbox type feature. You have a special hidden release button, and that opens. And then you have some cubbies that pull out. So you can store your personals, laptop, passport, cash. So this is a hidden access with a special release locking switch. Closer look at the galley. We've got some expansive storage down here. So there are 4 drawers on each side. With marine grade stainless latches. Lockable. Same side here. I don't need to show you guys. This is the added optional wardrobe, which was an additional option. 5 drawers here. Again, the whole interior is all molded fiberglass, making for a really durable, easy to maintain, easy to clean setup. Touch lights. More. So why don't we demonstrate how sitting in a cab and driving this truck is like. So you're met with a huge double step up. Okay. Once you're in the seat, you can see everything. It's a really big, almost like looking out of a fishbowl. So we'll fire it up and demonstrate. Pretty basic truck, 3-liter turbo diesel. Newer engine that Mitsubishi switched to in 2012, powered by this Duonic transmission. So you're met with a gauge showing your DPF level. Your fuel is the bottom right. Time and your trip odo. You can switch here showing some other service points. 55,121 miles on the truck. Shift lever is basic automatic, so you go into reverse, neutral, and then into gear. Your gear is showed there in the upper right of that screen. You can also control it automatically. But why don't we take this thing for a drive? Really commanding presence when you're sitting upright in this truck. By the way, this rig has had over $9,000 of suspension upgrades at Earthcruiser done earlier this year. So drives like a dream off-road. It absorbs all this terrain like a sponge. Nice tight turning radius on this 134-inch wheelbase. Makes maneuvering a breeze on and off road. Comfortable cruising speeds. This cruises comfortably 65 on the highway. You can go faster, but it doesn't really like to. And with these heavier duty commercial cab over trucks, that's kind of Comes with a territory. Also, any faster you go is just going to take a big toll on your fuel economy. So keeping it between 55 and 65 is kind of the sweet spot on these Fuso trucks.
You're right.
An auto touch-up driver's side window. Cab runs a little quieter than your average Fuso. It's been fully soundproofed and insulated at the factory by Earthcruiser. Most of the noise comes from the pass-through area, which is situated just behind you as you're sitting in the cab. Seats are nice and comfy. They bolster you nice and properly. You don't feel like you're gonna slide off the edge of the seat when you're going around turns. Another comment on the truck is it turns on a dime. I feel like I could literally turn the steering wheel with my pinky finger, which is surprising given the size, weight of the tires, wheels, and the overall rig. Some people prefer these cab-over trucks just for the visibility and a little bit easier to navigate off-road. You can see as you approach your obstacles a lot easier than having a big hood in front of you and a tinier windshield looking out through. So you can definitely see where the advantage is using this thing off-road, where it really does feel at home. Not a whole lot of body roll or instability as you weave through these turns. It feels pretty planted and stable.